Hey boys, welcome back to some more KALYN Ponga career mode. It is State of Origin Game 2, where we did win the first game. It was actually, it wasn't comfortable, but we scored some points. It was a surprisingly a higher scoring game than general. Look at the team, it's a little strange. I mean, we got Branko Lee there, the halves of Thurston, Milford, fairly standard front row. Obviously Smith retired, obviously Thurston as well, but the game doesn't know that. Also Luke Keary on the bench, which is very funny. And then the Blues, obviously fairly different to real life as well. And I know you can always look at this and be like, why the hell is this team picked like this? But it goes off the game, I guess. In game, if these players are the best players, then they should be picked. So it's gonna be another tough one. Although, like I said, it wasn't actually that tough. We try have enough trouble scoring points in club footy, but State of Origin, I guess better players all across the ground, and maybe a few of our better players actually set some tries up rather than it all being on our young shoulders in Ponga. So hopefully everyone can sort of pitch in again. It is a wet night here, which is not great. We'd probably like nice free flowing footy, but that's a fantastic ball. Will Chambers into the backfield, so a good early touch for ourselves. Not overplaying our hand, but really nice stuff. A little in and away, getting our outside centre through the gap. That's sort of our stock play, but right here, terrible stuff. Dylan Napa just standing in the way, giving away a penalty of all things, as we look to go for a little outside-inside play, but again, just a little bit slow. The wet conditions just slowing everything down slightly. It's tough to really find spaces and all that sort of stuff. We just need quick guys around the ruck. Probably could serve us well. It's probably where he scored a few of our tries. Were sort of straight up the middle in game one. I'm remembering, but it's been a bit of a back and forth slog at the moment. A little late offload from Aaron Woods there. One of the forgotten forwards in real life is Maloney, almost to the line. It's the Blues' first real opportunity of this first half. Spread out here, Wade Graham getting bent over. Another one of those plays that I thought Graham would have got picked in real life. Personally, I probably think he shouldn't have been, but it was a bit of a surprise. Matt Pryor off the bench actually is going to be playing in real life, which is funny. It's the first, I guess, not the only correct player in the game here, but one of the sort of, I guess, not unique but different sort of players that you wouldn't expect. But obviously with Regan Campbell-Gillard getting injured, Matt Pryor comes in, who is a bit of a, he is a guy that doesn't really get many raps, but he's a solid player. So, as a Queenslander, I was sort of like, Ryan James or Matt Pryor, both pretty solid. So, I didn't really care either way, but both would have been good options for them. Again, we had to come up with some strong defense. Probably this later part of this half, it's definitely been the Blues with the advantage. A few more chances on our goal line. We haven't really had a full set of 6 on their try line yet, so hopefully we can just go into the half here. If we can't get points, then 0-0 is probably a pretty good outcome. Is right here, we're gonna get the ball off a bit of a poor play on last tackle. It's going to be Brett Morris, so plucking it out of the air one-handed. And big Dylan Napa, who's come from nowhere, he's going to make an amazing tackle. He must have come off the bench. That's crazy. Just perfect timing right there. Big Red just out of nowhere. Brett Morris is away, but Dylan Napa has saved the day right there. 0-0 is going to be the score when it should have been 6-0. I can't believe they didn't score. That was honestly so funny how good a timing that was. I mean, we nearly scored. To begin with, it was a bit of Cameron Smith accidentally ran the ball on the last play. We called for it, put in a little chip kick, but then Brett Morris just plucked out of the air, and yeah, that was that was yeah, bit of excitement. It's been a bit of a, not lackluster, but yeah, definitely not as free flowing as right here. I was trying to get something going. It just been, like I said, not free flowing. I was trying to spark something, and it was just a bit of a rush of blood offload. Gives the Blues a very good chance in this second half, and it's going to be Townsend storming his way to the line, and he's going to burrow his way between defenders and score the first try of State of Origin 2. A very frustrating way to concede too. Jared Croker should not make a mistake with this one, and yeah, that was, what can you say, that was very frustrating. I hate those driving tries, but again, we came up with the error to sort of get them in the position, so we sort of cop it on the chin as right here. We're going to streak away. We are going to get caught by that man Townsend, which is very frustrating again, but finally, just taking around the middle of the ruck, you know, a few tied forwards. We beat Tedesco, all ends up as well, so that was nice. But yeah, finally getting a chance on the try line, and we get the ball out to Thurston, and Thurston's going to go in and score a very nice try. That was just sort of out of nowhere, but again, we sort of had them on the back foot with the line break. Looked like he got to the outside of Fafita, so yeah, obviously tied forward, getting back on side from the initial line break. It's always going to be a bit tough, and Thurston he's still got some speed, so he's able to skip to the outside and score a nice try. Excuse me, as my throat is you know, being sick. That I'll say, unfortunately, annoyingly, this is the first video I've made in like quite a while, because I've been sick for like probably last week. It's finally starting to, you know, get over itself, I guess, but yeah, obviously still a few remnants remain, which is annoying. It always is annoying. I hate, you know, I don't get sick very often, but when I do, it's like, you know, having to not make videos is very frustrating. But that's also where it's good that excuse me, is that offload, that was so frustrating. I remember that because I tried to offload to the right, obviously, but for some reason, I don't know if it was just because he sort of dropped it or not, but he offloaded it to the left. I don't know why. It was so weird, and that's a big moment. It gives the Blues a very good chance to snatch victory, and he's going to go for the field goal. Maloney on third, tackle and nail it. Oh, I could not believe this. We're going to lose game 2 from a silly offload from ourselves, and you know, what can we say? That was, like, you know, like I said, I tried to do it right, but it went left. You know, it still probably wasn't on, but yeah, that's our own fault, unfortunately. So the game's going to come to an end, and it's gonna level up. So I guess that, you know, it's a pretty fitting way. We're gonna go into game 3 with the series leveled, chance at victory, and yeah. But hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, and I'll see you in the next one.